stay in China for a little bit because they are cracking down some more. Remember, a month or two ago, they had mandates on men acting like sissies. And I quote, they have a lot more mandates now. Celebrities in China can no longer show off wealth or extravagant pleasure, quote unquote, on social media. But both celebrities and fan club accounts must, quote, follow public order and good customs, adhere to correct public opinion orientation and value orientation, promote socialist core values, and maintain a healthy style and taste.
Is it better? I mean, you know, you go, well, why be a celebrity in China? But on the other hand, you could probably get people killed and never see a day in prison.
Oh, sure.
Like if you knew the right people, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe that's the ultimate. Maybe that's better than having your own.
ultimate perk.
Well, it's better than having your own tequila line.
Than being on Cribs.
You can't post about it on Instagram, though.
True.
That's right.
Who's going to know?
So Business Insider reports that the announcement follows the Chinese Communist Party's crackdown on the country's growing entertainment industry as officials push back against celebrity scandals and online fan groups. They call that social disorder. Tuesday's notice also prohibits celebrities from spreading rumors, publishing false or private information, provoking fan groups to verbally attack each other, and encouraging fans to partake in illegal fundraising or irrational investment.
I don't know if we have a celebrity czar over here, but I'd like to throw my hat in the ring.
Well, yours pretty busy with the traffic czar thing. Your hands full.
Well, he's handled that.
I farmed a lot of that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have traffic anymore.
But I would like to be in charge of celebrity behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm in Malibu now.
Yeah.
I try to get a seat at Nobu. It's like I wait 9 months because the fucking Kardashians have locked the place down.
Right.
Fuck that shit.
So let's rotate it a little. Share some of the wealth. You know what I mean?
So I'm sorry, you want to be a czar for all celebrities or just you?
Well, I'm the czar for celebrities in general, not for myself.
But ultimately, it will help you
As it pertains
benefit
to-
you getting a tail at Nobu.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah. That's a good
Out of the
idea.
pocket bet.
I like it.
Did they find that Chinese tennis star who went missing?
Where are we with that? That's a good question.
Did you hear about this story? It's Chinese female, Chinese tennis, I'm going to say star, but I don't know. She was on the circuit.
Pro, yeah.
Claimed she was sexually assaulted by some upper level cabinet,
Oh, boy.
whoever, and then went missing.
And then suddenly disappeared.
But don't worry, a prepared statement came out, and the statement seems pretty cooked.
Yeah.
And then, but to their credit, the Women's Professional Tennis Association is not going LeBron James with this one. They're like, hey, what's going on? We need to find her. We don't care if we're going to upset you a little bit.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Like they stood up. I don't know. And they're looking for her now. I don't know if she's surfaced. I don't know how it's gone, but maybe Chris can look around for that.
Yeah, her name's Peng Shuai. And she appeared in public a week ago, but people are still worried about it. Like maybe even that was kind of cooked. So, I'm reading more about it, but
Yeah, they're still waiting
really
for
concerned.
proof that she's safe, it says. Not
Yeah.
great.
So random. Sorry, it just made me think of stories in the news. How does the Babylon Bee handle like an Alec Baldwin situation?
I can't remember how he handled that.
Well, I mean, is it just jokes are jokes and funny is funny, or is it like someone died here? And, what's the internal discussion?
Well, we have had that. That was one of our earliest big controversies that got us in the news. Was we'd made a joke about Jan Crouch on the day she died, which was
who is that? I'm sorry.
she was a televangelist. So prosperity gospel. She had the giant pink hair and like the caked on eye makeup.
Sure.
Oh, her.
She looks like a Jim Henson Muppet.
Yeah.
Some other Dark Crystal.
Sure.
She's didn't die today, so I can make jokes now. But we just made the joke. I think was something to the effect of prosperity preachers baffled by the death of Jan Crouch always preach that prosperity.
Right.
How do they die? So it was just kind of the obvious joke in the room, and that one went big. So I think that we've been a little bit more careful at joking about people on the day that they die, but. It's case by case, especially, we make jokes because most of us are pro-life at the Babylon Bee. So we're making jokes in the other direction, but it's about a topic that's very serious to us. So that's one where sometimes a joke can seem like you're really being way too lax about it for our audience. So that's a minefield for sure.
Huh. And yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, time is a big thing. The other is, did the person die of natural causes, or were they shot? It was a horrible accident, or whatever that is.
Brian Laundrie situation.
Yeah. By the way, I think I get credit for that guy because I said he's committed suicide. He's not hiding in a swamp.
If that's what you said, then you were right.
Well, because they're like day 17. I'm like, he's not hiding in a swamp.
Yeah,
he
he's not
killed
Rambo,
himself, and we can't find his body.
Right.
Nobody's living in a swamp.
Yeah.
Although when I was young, we always talk about quicksand, and we talk about a lot of these tropes. Hiding in a marsh or swamp and breathing through a reed was the number one way I thought I was going to get to safety, provided I could avoid the quicksand on the way out of the swamp. Like it was a bust this off and just slide down and breathe through this reed. That's all they did when I was a kid. That's how you breathe. Through a swamp reed.
So we are nowhere near done with this like flash mob looting shit. And it has come down from the Bay and it is here to stay, it looks like.
Flash mobs have gone a long way.
That's right. It's not just
always
happy dancing.
It's always great when they put the flash mob map up, and California has 11 offerings. You know what I mean? Like nothing in the red. Oh, Chicago's got one.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, hey,
Loser.
we're number one.
Yeah.
Well,
By a long shot.
News always said it. Like, we lead the nation. You know what I mean? So goes the rest of the nation.
Well, LA was put on citywide tactical alert over the weekend following these smash and grab robberies at these high-end stores. And again, like flash mob style, like very like planned, very well thought out. The LAPD defines a tactical alert as enabling all officers to respond to a criminal incident. Like they you know, like if you're in a car, the lights are on with no sound, just really making their presence known everywhere. A Home Depot in Lakewood was hit. Lakewood, not far from here.
I had so many thoughts about this.
Well, let me just give an idea for the rest of people who don't live here in this hellscape that we live in. So the Home Depot was hit, which was smart because that's where they had to get their crowbars and shit, and then they take off to Bodega Veneta and all these high-end stores. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's basically we're gonna swing by the liquor store and grab some condoms and lube before we go to the brothel.
Smart.
But I was like the guy. First, I was like, I got a lot of home improvement in my background, So I was like, swung by the Home Depot. Okay. All right.
I'm listening.
Stealing these Louis Vuitton bags. This is folly. But doing the Home Depot. And I remember, so people, they looted the Home Depot. And I was like, what can you get from a Home Depot? And I thought, everything that's a big ticket item weighs a lot.
Right, or it's behind a chain.
You could
something.
they're getting through those.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, you could get a swamp cooler or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, good luck getting it through the parking lot. Although, I wonder if you grabbed a couple of day laborers. You know what I mean?
They got value.
I don't think they sell them, but yeah. I
We're
think you're
looting.
right.
Look, don't worry about the job. Are you in or are you out? $23 an hour. We're gonna be in there for 14 minutes. Yeah. It's cash on the barrelhead.
Easiest $20 you ever made.
You go to the day labor corral.
Yeah.
You go there about 2:45. You're going to get the sloppy seconds.
Right.
You're going to get the fat guys with the bad knee who didn't jump in the back of the pickup truck at 7:30. But those guys will do about anything for $50.
The sloppy segundos.
Yeah, and we're going to keep it local.
Right.
We're going to go inside.
Yeah.
You help me loot.
You have to leave the premises.
Have you back in the corral. $40 richer. As soon as we load up my truck. I'm spitballing
Yeah,
here.
you're spitballing. No reason to judge. Judgment-free zone.
But I was like, they looted a Home Depot. And then I thought, what do they want with the tools? Like, what do they got? And I was thinking of high-dollar items you could loot. And then
It's for the second location.
Then it was like, oh, they did a bunch of single jerks and mini sledges and crow's bar and cat's paws. And I was like, oh, great. They're just getting weapons for their next looting expedition.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So there was six smash and grab robberies that took place in the Fairfax district in LA.
Oh, really?
And like Beverly Grove, Hancock Park, all kind of close together if you're not from here. This was among the latest in a series of so-called flash mob style robberies in the LA area. And this was all, of course, on Black Friday, where things were going to be open a little later and things were going to be sort of happening. Exactly. So I read the headline, so I haven't confirmed it. I thought I saw on Twitter in Walnut Creek, because that's where the original ones were, that there was going to be a curfew. So because 15 guys looted a Macy's, now we all have to go home early. But I have to double check that.
Well, they always kind of said, like, when this stuff gets into the nice neighborhoods, then we're going to do something.
Now we
like
care.
As long as gangbangers getting shot in South Central, don't ask, don't tell. But when it comes to you,
That's their problem.
It's come to us. We're not doing that much about it, but hopefully.
Well, that's what I don't understand, and this might be dumb like these real octopus, which still freaks me out. But that's the thing. Like, why doesn't the LAPD care more?
Ignorant question. How long has this been going on for? In LA, for example.
I think it just started in LA. It originally started, last week in the Bay, and now they're doing it here.
I could see them ramping up pretty quickly, especially in the nice neighborhoods, like you said.
Well, so all right. I've always had this theory, which is, and I've always said it, which is if you have enough people wanting to involve themselves in crime, there's really nothing to do but sit back and watch. You know what I mean? Like, you could catch serial killers, but if 37% of America were serial killers, let's say run out of victims pretty fast, they have to start preying on their own, like full Dexter. But the point is like, there's really nothing if everyone just does it, pure sort of jailbreak style, and this is what we've kind of learned. Like, if there's a couple of bad apples, we can kind of enforce it.
Right.
If we want to go full Antifa, riot, Portland, autonomous Chaz zone or something, at a certain point, the cops just stand back and watch.
But what about getting out in front of it? What if, we saw this happen in the Bay, and then Alex Villanueva or whoever gets on the horn and says, look, if we see any whiff of any of this shit here, we're going to crack some heads.
Well, the problem is you immediately start steering into some waters that they don't want to go into, which is if you see a car with 5 black teenage boys and it's driving into downtown, you got to pull that. Now it's like you're pulling over cars just because you're driving while black. Like, all the things, it's this sort of stop and frisk and broken window and all the shit we really need to do to prevent it all takes a turn for something that BLM doesn't like and many people don't like.
You're 100% right, especially when it comes to, you mentioned downtown. It's impossible to be preventative about this, especially in LA being so big. You got the jewelry district downtown. You got Fairfax. You got Santa Monica. There's so many nice areas.
Rodeo.
That you can't possibly, literally preventatively protect them all.
Well, that tactical alert, they literally just have, like I said, cops strolling real slow with the lights on, cops walking around Westfield Shopping Center, just making their presence known. But I don't know, did it help? I don't know. Maybe.
I'll be there later tonight.
Yeah, just let us know.
It's a bad societal sign.
Yeah,
is what it is. And it adds to a general anxiety because you don't feel like walking through the mall or going to the jewelry store. It's great for guys like me. Just wish we could go to the jewelry store. I've been dying to buy a tennis bracelet for, feels like a lifetime now. I value your health. No, you can't buy jewelry online. That's insane. No.
Is it worth your life?
It's not worth your life. And by the way, you don't think the mob can get you online? Oh, wake up and smell the coffee, baby.
Just because we're talking a little bit about race and stuff, it's not a news story, but I was listening to the sort of a breakdown, a highlight reel of the Ahmaud Arbery case. Mm-hmm. You know what's really interesting about that? The prosecutor, I can't remember her name. She almost never brought up race. Like it did not come up, and they were speculating all the reasons why she did that, and the defense was trying to have the fact that they had like a Confederate flag license plate taken and off the that's taken off the table, and the judge says no, she can talk about it if she wants, and she was like no thanks. And the thinking was probably, well, half the jury might have those on their car, know somebody. That's not the direction we're going to go. This is all about some dipshit looking for trouble and finding it and making stupid decisions. And I'm going to keep race out of it, essentially.
Well, then it was never brought into the George Floyd trial.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's interesting.
Not spoken of. The CNN did a very
Right.
good job of infusing that
up-
trial with
Right.
race.
Right.
But there was the entire George Floyd thing was never an issue or brought up or part of the trial.
God, I would love Mark Garagus's thoughts on that, because you just assume, like you said, CNN, everyone, you just assume that's what they're talking about in the courtroom. They're not.
No, CNN just talks about it exclusively,
Right.
but it's not going on in the courtroom, which is sad.
You think it would be, but it didn't make it. It certainly didn't make a difference. They got charged on all counts.
But I think I'm not a prosecutor, but
I thought you were a former
Anymore.
I was a rear admiral and former prosecutor. But I will say this, and let me put on my rear admiral's hat. Oh no, wait, wrong hat. Let me put on my prosecutor's hat. I should do one and just
Flip
have
it.
flip it around
Yeah.
half and half.
Sherlock Holmes style.
But I think people are having such a knee-jerk reaction to race being infused and everything that if you think you have a good case on the merits of the case, then you don't bring
Leave
up
it alone.
race because it's like if you're accusing your neighbor of stealing your barbecue or your hibachi or something, and you go, because he loves barbecue and he doesn't like black people. And everyone's like, oh, is this just another thing? That
You know how the Portuguese are.
Yeah, we're just padding the
Right.
case now. I think if you got the bones of a case,
Yeah.
smart just to keep it to the nuts and the bolts.
I think you're right. I just thought that was really interesting. Like you said, the way it's presented to us is not what's going on in there. So Matthew McConaughey, a lot of speculation about him running for Texas, and he has made his decision that he will.
Texas governor.
Yes, not run. He will not run.
I will
for
not
governor.
run.
He's not going to give up $50 million a picture.
He made the announcement Sunday in a video he posted on social media. He says it's a humbling and inspiring path to ponder. Also, a path I am choosing not to take at this moment. He has led in numerous polls, and it's not happening. But instead of running for governor, here's what he plans to do with his time and money.
I'm going to continue to work and invest the bounty I have by supporting entrepreneurs, businesses, and foundations that I believe are leaders, establishments that I believe are creating pathways for people to succeed in life, organizations that have a mission to serve and build trust while also generating prosperity. That's the American dream. And politicians, well, the good ones can help us get to where we need to go, yeah. But let's be clear. They can't do anything for us unless we choose to do for ourselves.
Well, there you go.
So a venture capitalist.
But wouldn't it be great? I kind of miss this about no one misses Jimmy Carter, but everyone misses his brother.
Billy?
Yeah, Billy.
I don't remember Billy. I was very young.
Billy was a bit of a punchline back in the late 70s.
Matthew's got Rooster out there.
Well, what about
Oh, he's
Clinton's
like Clinton.
brother?
Yeah, he's similar to Clinton's brother.
Yeah, I like a politician with a ne'er-do-well brother,
Yeah.
alcoholic, who's
Sure.
going to use this to launch his own fortified wine line.
Oh,
or
Billy Bear.
Yeah, Billy Beer. Oh, yeah.
Billy Bear.
He had a beer.
Call Billy.
I worked at a liquor store. I worked at the Flask. We had it.
That is
nice.
amazing.
Oh, yeah. So Jimmy Carter had his brother, and his brother, you know, he's that guy. He's King Ralph.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
He's going to show up. He's going to want to go
Yeah.
to the state house and all the events, but the brother doesn't want him there, and he's always drunk, and he's causing. Then he gets paid to do some sort of interview talking about how the guy was a chronic masturbator when he was in high school or something. I mean, he's got Rooster. You know what I'm saying? For
Well,
that,
Rooster's great.
yeah, but
pretty
for
great.
that, but he's great now.
Yeah.
Wait till Matthew takes the governor's mansion. You know what I mean? This is
a
good.
good
This is
point.
sitcom.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
he's on the
fine.
cover of Newsweek, and you know his name is Billy because he's wearing a T-shirt that says Billy, and he's holding a beer can that also says.
Wow. He looks just like Jimmy Carter. They are brothers.
Yeah.
This kind of smacks of like a Meghan Markle situation, too.
Yeah, like her dad.
Yeah. And the sister.
Oh, I forgot about the sister.
Yeah. Half sister, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That's great.
I don't think he spent a lot of time in the Oval Office, but he was definitely that guy.
That's great.
I don't know. He must have, I mean, Jimmy Carter's still alive, obviously. I mean, it's crazy how old he is, but Billy must have, like, his liver exploded in 1988 or
Betrayed him
something,
long
right?
ago. Did you
Something.
ever try the Billy Bear?
No.
Couple fell off the shelf.
I was like 16. I was a little more in the Verner's high end
ginger ale.
ginger ale back then.
Sure.
And they wouldn't let me. I had the guys Sid. No, it was Marty. I think of Sid
Marty.
No,
Oh, wow.
Marty was one of those guys. Two super Jewish brothers who ran the place, and they would go. I'd leave every day when I was done working. They'd go, take a cold soda. It was very like Phil Rosenthal style. You know,
You look parched.
The Jewish part was putting cold in front of it because it was just a big cooler filled with. We knew I did the cold math.
Right.
I worked
but
there.
they wanted to treat you right.
And it was a little extra.
Yeah.
Freebie.
Right.
For me. But I'd go with the Verners. Was it Verners?
Verners.
Verners, yeah.
More gingery than like a Canada Dry.
Yeah, for those who want the sort of higher end version of ginger ale, not the generic. Ever try the
No,
Verners?
never.
It's
Oh,
real
is it?
good.
It's good. It's not
Is
the
it still
Schweppes or
around?
the can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
I think
it feels Midwestern. I mean, we grew up with that. So I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe they do a root beer or two. I don't know what else they do.
We just stuck with the ginger
But
ale.
it's
Has more
it's
snap.
the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
All right.
That's right.
So remember I told you a little while ago that
Occasionally grab a Martinelli. Keep going. Occasionally.
that Dave Chappelle, they were going to honor him by changing the name of I think the Duke Ellington School to Chappelle, and all the students revolted and said, we're going to protest if you go ahead with this. Well, he's kind of taking a page from Elon Musk and sort of putting it to a vote in a great way. He's basically said, people just put your money where your mouth is. Donate to the high school. So it's the Duke Ellington School of Arts in D.C., and they were supposed to name it after him. And now he says, if you object to my receiving the honor, I urge you to donate to the school, noting your objection.
But isn't there, I mean, it's already the Duke Ellington,
Yes.
right? Like, why are we pulling off one historic brother and replacing him with another one?
Because
Shouldn't-
something tells me that there was a donation involved, I would assume.
But doesn't it kind of make sense to find another building with,
Yeah.
Ted Nugent's name on
plenty
it
of-
or
Yeah,
Bird
as they
or
have in the
whoever.
performing arts, yeah.
Yeah, to find well, and how old, Billy's still alive?
No, Jimmy's alive. He's 97. Billy
Jimmy's
died.
alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Billy-
We're asking Billy, though.
Billy died. Well, because I had the notes up on your screen. Billy died in '88, age 51 of pancreatic cancer.
Well done.
Didn't I say 88?
88.
And then, his sister and
Scoot
dad.
right past
Anyway.
the date. I
I
called
know,
his death
I did.
on.
Are you still talking? I'm trying to give you.
Yeah, that date.
Trying to
You
learn about
said.
Billy.
He died in 88. I just pulled
Impressive.
88 out of my ass.
Very impressive.
Figured he made it through the 70s and the 80s is
Slowed
what
down.
got him.
So he's basically saying, if you don't want my name on the school, then donate and make your objection noted. If you do want my name, donate and make that you're for me noted.
There you go.
And then when the ballots are in, I will either accept the honor or I won't accept the honor, depending on who there's more of. And he said, if you don't care enough to donate, please shut up forever.
It's good.
So we'll find out.
Good.
It all benefits the school. I already know what you're going to pull from this story, that Boston Market would probably not be your choice for a Thanksgiving meal, but that is not the situation in Rancho Cucamonga when...
That's where I live.
Did you order from Boston Market for Thanksgiving?
No.
Okay. Well, let me know if you drove past this sign. So customers who ordered their whole pre-ordered Thanksgiving meal from there were surprised to find the store was closed when they came to pick up their already paid for food. What happened? Well, its sudden closure was due to a labor shortage, according to the sign out front. And this is what the sign said in a little handwritten sign. No employees showed up today. We're unable to fulfill your orders. We're sorry. Along with the labor shortage, restaurants were also dealing with supply shortages brought on by the pandemic. Some shortages have led to a spike in prices, left customers unable to order their meals. I think it was Raising Cane's or one of them. They had to call in executives from corporate and be like, if you want the store open, you got to come work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the hot new franchise.
I've never been. I'm so jealous of your
Cane's.
daughter.
Oh,
Is it
There's
from
a
the
giant
South?
line. I think it is. I don't know.
she wanted.
Sounds like it.
She tried to talk me into driving her and her friend to Raising Cane's, but there's nothing within striking distance. like, thank God for Waze. She's
Right.
like, it's I said, look, if it's under a half hour, we can do this. She's like, yeah, it's like 28 minutes or something like that. Like, give me the address, pulled the phone out. It's like 57 minutes.
In light traffic.
Each
Well, that's
way.
just getting there. There's probably a line around the
Right.
block too.
Yeah, man. I
Is
mean,
it worth it? Has anyone had it?
I don't get people that sit in those long drive-through
I
lines.
mean, it's just chicken tenders and big ass fries. And I think Mike August was telling me they had like a nephew that was strung out on that stuff, like from the South, like just couldn't, was in his veins and stuff. And he said they put sugar on the fries
sure.
or something like that, like whatever, the secret heroin or
Right.
fentanyl to fat people. It's just, well, put some fucking sugar on it and we'll do it that way. But you should open a franchise.
There's one by the airport.
There's one by the
That's what I'm
airport.
looking at here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I know a big one in the South is Bojangles. So as long as that stays out of California, we have a fighting chance.
But also, like, Raising Cane's is like, I don't know that there is a salad or sliced apple option. Not that you would ever partake. But
Chick-fil-A has it.
I'm saying is like most people have some sort of
Yeah, that's what
offering
I'm
for
saying. Yeah.
diabetics or
Right.
something.
A grilled version.
All I've heard is fries and chicken tenders, and we're like, our fast food is getting fatter within the fast food. Like, that used to just be the category. Now
Right.
there's super fat fast food
Right.
categories now.
Oh my.
Yeah, man.
You know, I think for show research, somebody should grab this. We can try it on the show.
Yeah,
Look
it's-
at that batter.
It smells good. It's thick. It's a dipping sauce. Like,
Texas toast.
yeah, we just got to dip everything into everything now. Like, it's just crazy.
Something,
Their sauce
yeah.
is just mayonnaise and ketchup.
Oh, sure.
I think mixed together.
Yeah.
That's their big sauce.
Something tells me their healthy option is about 8 cups of sugar in their coleslaw, which is the only side they offer.
Their only healthy option is keep walking. There's a Whole Foods on the corner and a Jamba Juice across the street. Don't even come in here.
Healthiest option is the napkin.
It's a
named
sound
after
of-
the first murderer, right?
Right.
Raising
Cain and
Cain.
Abel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well put.
Merry Christmas to us all, because Channing Tatum is not done with Magic Mike. CNN reports that he's set to star in the 3rd installment of the franchise. It's called Magic Mike's Last Dance, and it will debut exclusively on HBO Max. Steven Soderbergh back in
Oh, no.
to direct. That's according to this picture that Channing Tatum posted online of the script, and that's what it said on the front.
Gene, have you seen Magic Mike and have you enjoyed it?
Indeed.
It's about 12 minutes of sexy dancing and 90 minutes of walking and talking.
You clearly didn't see the sequel.
I didn't,
because they
actually.
really gave the people
Oh,
what
really?
they
They
wanted.
amped it up?
And
Okay.
hard and fast
Okay.
and abundant.
Okay, I can't
You know,
speak to the
the
sequel.
plot is they're in a Winnebago trying to get to a stripper convention.
I know you're
It's
talking.
phenomenal. It is art. And, I don't give a shit about 50 Shades of Grey and all that nonsense. You just want to get this guy swinging around in his sweatpants and everybody's happy. So this is going to be the 3rd and last installment, apparently. By the way, the film grossed nearly $300 million worldwide, so nothing to sneeze at. And there's a spin-off experience, Magic Mike Live in Las Vegas.
Well, look,
Stop telling out things he already knows.
I like Coyote Ugly, so that's basically
can't
the
judge.
male
Right.
version of Magic Mike.
Yeah.
So I cannot pass judgment
It's great.
on your love of Magic Mike.
And remember, the original Matthew McConaughey, Channing Tatum, the hot guy,
Was it Manganiello in that one?
Joe
I have no idea.
Manganiello,
Oh, sorry, I failed.
that cute guy who played the kid or whatever.
couldn't tell you, Gina.
Yes, you could.
No, I really couldn't.
Tons of hot, like just fucking
Yeah,
meat.
I get it.
And Steven
I mean, it's
Soderbergh.
good for all the guys who didn't quite make the cut on Thunder from Down Under because
Yeah.
they couldn't fake the Aussie accent.
That's right.
You can just go to the Magic Mike review,
Yeah.
and you can just you're from Baltimore. Just go ahead and use that. You don't have to do the fake Aussie thing anymore.
No, that's over.
All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Hey, I murdered somebody, but I'm not a rapist.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
Well, last but not least, there's Klaviyo. Holidays are here, and unconventional gifts are the best ones, like owning your data and growth with Klaviyo, which leads to customer and brand loyalty. Whether you're an entrepreneur, growing a startup or a longtime visionary evolving your company, Klaviyo is the email and SMS marketing platform that helps you own your growth. Klaviyo boosts your marketing by giving you the tools you need to own and access data you've sourced from your customers. Using their customer-first data is like homemade versus store-bought cookies. You always want the homemade stuff. You can tell the difference. When you own your data, you own your growth. Learn more at Klaviyo. That's CLAVIO.com/holidays. All right, let's see. The book, The Babylon Bee Guide to Wokeness, is available as we speak in finer bookstores and online as well. Ian Bagg, you can check him out. Sword and Scale Rewind. And you can go to Carolla.com. I'm doing a few more shows coming up in Brea, December 15th. TJ Miller, Patton Warburton. That one's almost sold out. So you want to get to the TJ Miller one as fast as you can. You can check me out on the Daily Wire, and you can check out my two specials with Leno and Riggle. Truth Yeller. That's on the Daily Wire. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Ethan Nicole and Ian Bagg and Gina Grad and Bold Ryan saying mahalo. She's got the nub, takes the leg off.
And upper bowl, always the upper bowl. There's no way that happens in the lower bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're up against the wall.
And kind of a looker.
Yeah. Maybe it's Paul McCartney's act. Things have been rough. Couldn't get something down on the floor.
You think we get better seats?